Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big run there by Jones. 51 yards.
At the 5-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
The third-year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jamal Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Reset. 19. You must be dreaming. Hey, check 24. 29. Down the block.
Off of play action, it's Watson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Steps away to his left. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. On first down, Watson. This will be caught by Brown. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Watson, option left. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
25, check it all.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Ravens take over first at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. This is caught at the 20. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. He's got a first down past the 30. There he goes left side. And it's a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 85 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously, a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
46.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
We go. Check 52.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. This one complete to Ingram. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here comes Carter. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jackson, options out left. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one at a Raven 1st. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
I got it.
Here's Watson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Now Watson. He gets it to Brown, complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards. Complete to DeAndre Hopkins. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Watson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyus Bowser able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They go play action now. Jackson buying time to his left. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson options out left. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Thomas. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
24.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Jackson on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
58, come on. 58, grab.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. It's complete to Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Watson off play action. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 79 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from...
He's got daylight, the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And my goodness, another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed?
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's Watson, option left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Able to locate his running back. Open downfield. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 46 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They go option right on second and goal. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out, and the Texans scoop it.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Jackson options out left. He'll try to turn a corner, but he can't get there. And it's a safety. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Watson operating from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually, and he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now here is another interception. And the ball is knocked out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Look at this, a tight end carry. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now the pass brought in by Roberts. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
13 yards on the play.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And that one results in 35 yards.
Here we go.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They go play action with Jackson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
And that's caught inside the 35. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, and even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now it's Watson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. They'll look to run with England. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
On 2nd and goal, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Austin Safarian Jenkins. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And for one of the... No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.